Good morning, everybody. Wow, we're starting a slow year. Was everybody up late last night watching games? I don't know. Good morning, everybody. I call this meeting of the House Transportation Committee to order. This meeting is being broadcast and recorded. Evan, can you please take roll?
Chairman Nielsen. Bellman.
Designation?
Curry.
Designation.
Guzman. Hohenstein. Isaacson. Madsen.
Here.
McAndrew.
Designation?
Mullins. O'Mara.
Designation?
Powell. Sappy. Schusterman.
Designation?
Siegel. Chairman Benninghoff. Bernstein. Devanzo. Flood. Ham.
Here.
Labs. Rankavage. Shuren. Schmidt. Smith. Stambaugh.
Here.
Tomlinson.
Thank you, Evan. We have a quorum. We will begin by organizing the committee. Pursuant to House Rule 44, House Transportation Committee shall operate pursuant to the Standard Committee Operation Rules. The Standard Committee Operating Rules are found in Rules 1C through 4C. I would now like to welcome the 9 members who have been newly appointed to this committee for the 2025-26 legislative session. Some are here, some are not. If you're here, please stand up and say hi or something, will you? All right. Rep. Aaron Bernstein, not here. Lawrence and Butler counties. Representative Ann Flood from Northampton County. Hello. Ha-ha, see? Representative Manny Guzman from Berks County. Wow, I didn't hear you, Manny. That's a first. We spent the morning together. The Representative Joe Ham from Lycoming and Sullivan County. One of my many work wives, Representative Mary Isaacson from Philadelphia County. They got our Representative Lindsay Powell from Allegheny County. Rep. Alec Ranchevik from Luzerne County. No, I met one. I've drank with one. I've watched a game with one. And I tell you, if you ever want to beat him up, just grab a bean bag and have a little toss because he's really bad at it. But I'm not going to say nothing, Alex. We'll just let it go. Representative Christina Sappy from Chester County. And Representative Kathleen Tomlinson from Bucks County. Well, welcome everybody to the House Transportation Committee. We look forward to working with everybody over the next 2 years to better serve the people of Pennsylvania. Now, a lot of people have been talking about, Evan, this is your clue. This is your cue. The first order of business that we have to do in light of yesterday's game yesterday, Evan is distributing the words to the Eagles fight song, and this way everybody on TV can see it. Make sure they share, Evan. There's not enough for everybody, all right? I don't want to waste paper. Yeah. Well, oh. And while we're doing that, Chairman, do you have any opening remarks that you would like to share with the committee? No.
Look forward to a prosperous year.
All right. See, this is going to be normal business all for the next 2 weeks. Okay, most people start meetings out with pledges. We're going to start our meeting out with the Fly Eagles Fly song.
I can't.
Yes, you can. It's really, listen, Pennsylvania fan. Now, look, everybody grab a mic. Come on, this is really, really easy. If you want to name a bridge or get a bill, I would sing along. All right? Everybody got it, right? You wanted this committee, you got it. Now, let's just sing along. Ready? Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, fight, Eagles, fight Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low, and watch our Eagles fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. EAGLES. Eagles. Yeah, so look, even the chairman needs the words too, right? Because usually I'm drunk and I know it by heart and it always sounds real good. Well, no, I'm not usually drunk. That would be admission on the record. And we are doing televised today, Kat? Yeah, great. Just another one. So the next item on our agenda is House Bill 291. Oh, I skipped over this one. Oh, the first item on the agenda is House Bill 257. Introduce myself. I move to consider House Bill 257. Is there a second? Chairman Benninghoff. Kyle, can you please give us a summary of the bill?
House Bill 257 by Chairman Ed Nielsen. This bill requires PennDOT to include at least one question on the written driving test about how to drive safely in a work zone. This bill also requires a minor to view educational materials on the dangers of unsafe driving in work zones prior to testing for a junior driver's license. A certification form signed by the parent, guardian, or spouse must be submitted to PennDOT certifying that this requirement has been met. The driver's manual must also include a section related to driving safely in a work zone along with penalties. There are no amendments filed to the bill, and there is no known opposition.
This is an education bill, more to educate our young drivers. I remember when we first started doing the cell phone text ban, I had my kids were going through that. And I said, well, we can pass legislation, but we have to educate our younger drivers. And this would do just that, and I ask for an affirmative vote. Any questions or comments on the legislation? Seeing none. Any negative votes on House Bill 257? Seeing none, House Bill 257 is unanimously reported as committed. Next item on the agenda is House Bill 291, introduced by Mary Jo Daly and Representative Dave Maloney. I move to consider 291. Is there a second? Chairman Benninghoff. Kyle, can you please give a summary of the bill?
House Bill 291 by Representative Mary Jo Daly and Representative David Maloney. This bill allows for the use of pedestrian plazas and parking-protected bicycle lanes between a curb and parking lane. Under current law, vehicles are required to park within 12 inches of a curb and does not take pedestrian plazas or bicycle lanes into consideration. This bill changes that by allowing vehicles to park within 12 inches of the buffer area of a pedestrian plaza or bicycle lane. A school bus or school vehicle may stop or stand as close as practical to the curb or shoulder when receiving or discharging students. Last session, this bill was unanimously approved by the House Transportation Committee and passed the House by a vote of 198 to 5. There is no known opposition, and there are no amendments filed to the bill.
Thank you. I'll ask all the members to support the bill. It simply gives the local authorities the ability to install pedestrian plazas and parking protected bicycle lanes if they choose. It does not mandate their installation. On July 17, 2024, Dr. Barbara Fredes was riding her bicycle in a bike lane at 18th and Spruce in Philadelphia. She was tragically struck and killed by a drunk driver. This legislation passed this House 4 times. I can't imagine the amount of lives that we've cost by not having this on the second floor. Her life could have been saved if this was a protected bike lane. We could save lives. Having 5 kids of my own and 3 grandkids, I can't tell you, this can save lives, and that's what we do here at Transportation Committee. So this is why we're having this at our first meeting. We're doing something, and this is what we do. You'll see a lot of it, some education on safety and now but protected bike lanes. It's about saving lives. So we have a big impact, and the Transportation Committee, as we see through the last session, is a nonpartisan committee. But with the overwhelming bipartisan support, I really do ask everybody to support this bill. Are there any questions or comments on House Bill 291? Seeing none, are there any negative votes on House Bill 291? Seeing none, House Bill 291 is unanimously reported as committed. Next item on the agenda is House Bill 240. The final item on our agenda is House Bill 240, introduced by Chairman Benninghoff. I move to consider House Bill 240. Is there a second? Chairman Benninghoff. Jake, can you please give us a summary of the bill?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 240 is sponsored by Representative Benninghoff. The bill eliminates the hearing aid electroacoustic analysis test for school bus drivers that require a hearing aid. In lieu of this, the bill requires school bus drivers with a hearing aid pass a hearing test with the hearing aid to ensure proper function. The bill is supported by PennDOT and the PA School Bus Association, and there are no amendments.
Thank you, Jake. I recognize Chairman Benninghoff on his bill, House Bill 240.
I don't want to belabor it, but I would ask for people's support. We did pass this out of committee last year. Frankly, it's trying to reduce some redundancy. If somebody passes a test wearing a hearing aid, you would think that the hearing aid was working, and therefore does not need to be having an acoustic person testing it subsequently. It's just making government a little bit more efficient and people's lives better by letting them get these tests done quicker. Thank you very much.
I also ask the members to support the bill. Are there any further comments on House Bill 240? Seeing none, are there any negative votes on House Bill 240? Seeing none, House Bill 240 is reported as committed. There's no further business before the committee. Anybody have anything to say? Good of the organization? Good of anything? All right. We can all be Pennsylvania fans and cheer those Eagles on, because I can assure you, if it was Pittsburgh, I'd be wearing my Pittsburgh tie instead of my Eagles tie this morning.
Where'd that running back go to college?
He went to actually Penn State. He grew up in Jeannie McNeil's district in Whitehall. The last time he was in the Capitol, I made sure he sat, at the time, was Lieutenant Governor Stack's chair. If anybody wants to see a picture of Saquon sitting on former Lieutenant Governor Stack's desk with his feet up on it. And I said, you're going to be a great Pennsylvania, I can see. And look at me. I could see the future then. But he was, I met him in high school. I don't know if anybody had the chance. Danny McNeil was the first one to bring him here. He was still in high school. And Danny said, listen, this kid's going to go somewhere. And he went through Penn State, and here he is. Last time he visited the Capitol was 3 days before he signed his NFL contract.
Bring him back when
That we will. All right, motion to adjourn. All those in favor? This meeting's adjourned.